Hey everyone, today we are going to be making a sugar scrub. So ingredients: mango butter, cocoa butter, we have sweet almond oil, fractionated coconut oil, emulsifying wax. Later on we're going to add CBD isolate powder and mica powder, the fragrance of our choice, and then of course our preservative Affinitip. Let's get started. So for sugar scrubs, you do have to melt these products down first. So we're going to go ahead and weigh out everything and then take it to the burner. We have our emulsifying wax. Next, we are going to put our mango butter. That's just a little bit too much. All right. Next is our cocoa butter. Too big of a piece, I had a feeling. Let's try breaking it down. Done. Cocoa butter is my least favorite to pull out of the jar because you gotta break it up with a knife. All right, and we're gonna add our fractionated coconut oil. And this sugar scrub is going to be a great exfoliator and just really make your skin super clear and smooth. I personally deal with bumpy arms. It's a type of, I forget the name of what it's called, but it just gives me like red bumps on my arms, and it just feels rough. And this scrub just clears it right up, on top of just making you feel not oily, but like you've moisturized. And I do try to get a consistency close to what the, I believe it's called that brand, Tea Tree, or I forget the brand name. Everyone loves it. It's everyone's favorite scrub out there. But anyways, let's go melt this down. All right. So we're melting this down. And then once it's melted, we're gonna go ahead and let it sit out for a couple hours so it hardens before we mix in the fragrance oil, sugar, and preservative and make a colorant. All right, so that's how it's gonna look. Pure liquid, and we'll be back when it's hardened. All right, so our mixture has hardened. It's been about an hour and a half. We are going to be doing lemon sugar scrub and vanilla. So I'm gonna first split up these two. All right, so we're gonna weigh it out and split these so we can start mixing. Oops. And I made a double batch so we can have at least a couple, 8 ounces, 4 ounces of each scent. Okay. So I have that amount. I'm going to split it. All right, half and half. All right, so I have my CBD measured out. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the mix. Let's do lemon first. I'm going to add some makeup powder. I'm actually out of a good yellow color, so we're going to do a little gold. Just about that. Just to give it some hue. Add the essential oil. We're going to go ahead and give this a mix. Seems like it's going to come out a little orangey, but I'm not mad about it. I'm going to get that extra. Next, I'm going to measure out the preservative, Fenanip, and I do 1% of the total weight. And just because I have done this recipe many times before, I already know how much I need to measure out. And we're going to go ahead and give that a mix. All right, let's add our white cane sugar. start with that and see the consistency, if we like it. I really wish I had a better yellow makeup powder. Better double check. Perfect, found one. So I'm going to add just a little bit of the yellow as that color is bothering me. I'll just give it a mix. Hopefully it turns more yellow. There we go. And this is the perfect consistency that I like, at least. I have tried different consistencies, from more oily, like too runny, and you know, gone to a little bit too dry, but this seems to be perfect. Of course, since I started my business, you're always just tweaking your recipes to just find the perfect balance, and that I did find. So perfection. All right, I love this. Couldn't be happier with it. And see how easy that was? So if you are a DIY person and just love to make homemade products, super easy, just a couple ingredients. I'll link them below as well. And bam, you have your own sugar scrub. Love it. All right. Let's make our vanilla sugar scrub. So I have my CBD. For vanilla, I usually do not add any colorant. Vanilla oil, fragrance oil. And then let's get our preservative in there. Is it too much? Okay, we'll give it a mix. Let's get all this good stuff over here. Make sure we get the CBD mix in here. All right, it's time for the white cane sugar. We might need a little bit more in this batch because we're not using any mica powder, but we'll see. I already added accidentally a bit more sugar. Let's see how that goes. Okay, and I almost forgot my last finishing touch of the sugar scrub. We add it to the lemon, some vitamin E oil. I usually just do a little drizzle on top, and that ingredient really helps keep that moisture in. Perfect. And even with a little bit extra sugar, this worked out perfectly. Awesome. All right. Let me mix this one in here. So, true story, I was switching jars and just like trying to find the best jar because my scrubs were being shipped out and some would end up leaking. So I had to figure out how to have a leak-proof jar. And so I got these induction sealed jars that I use a machine to seal it with. And I never realized, so every time I'd put on my labels, it would just be crooked. Like it just would not sit straight. Could not figure it out for the life of me. And I was like, wow, like this just, it looks horrible. Like not so bad, but it's crooked, you know. Couldn't figure it out until I realized that I had tapered jars and I need a custom tapered label for these jars. So I'm actually in the middle of printing out new labels, or really designing new labels, and getting those sent for everything moving forward. But I do have a ton of inventory that's already just labeled with the old stuff, so don't come at me. Some are crooked a little bit, just deal, it's all the same quality products, but I'm a small business owner learning as I go, so just wanted to share that because I have been having to cut half of my labels down. The other part didn't really matter. It was just like a made in Michigan, you know, good quality kind of icons at the side, but I had to cut them so they wouldn't be as crooked. Just thought I'd share that little story with you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get these weighed out and start filling our jars. Just gonna put on some gloves. All right, let's do our lemon. Again, just fantastic consistency. I'm obsessed. Love it. Okay. We do 8 ounces. Oh, no. 5 ounces over, my bad. All right. And I'm not stingy. If it's a couple ounces, 0.8 ounces over, I let it be. But here we have 8 ounce jar of lemon sugar scrub. Let's get our 4 ounce in. I really should be using a smaller spoon. I'm making things difficult for me. More difficult than they should be. There we go. 4 ounce lemon sugar scrub. And same thing here, just such a great consistency. Love it. Nope. 5 ounces over again. All right, 8.2, that'll do. Vanilla. .1, that'll do. And now you have sugar scrubs, DIY sugar scrubs. If you like this tutorial, like and subscribe to my page. I'll attach all the links below for all the products and ingredients that I used. Thanks everyone.